Hey guys, welcome back to the homestead. Japanese beetles are getting pretty nasty right now, so it's time to get spraying. I'm going to tell you what I use. This is kind of a follow-up video to the one I made last year. I'll put the link up in the top, but this stuff really does work, so let's get going with the video. I'll show you how effective it really is. Alright, so I already mixed some of this Promethean 10. This stuff is amazing. Basically, I just got a spray bottle, put in the spray bottle, I filled up the spray bottle with water. I used half of an ounce of this Promethean 10, and this is going to cover most of my fruit trees. But as I walk across my orchard over here, I want to just kind of talk to you about something kind of interesting about having a YouTube channel. So YouTube channels are pretty time consuming. It's very hard to keep coming up with new content, and you know, the money that you make from it is significantly little. Like I've been doing it for 4 years. I've got like maybe 600 videos now, and I still make like $100 a month, which it's still good, but it doesn't even remotely cost what it costs me to make these videos. I'm going to start out with this. So this mulberry tree, mulberries seem to not have a lot of Japanese beetle presence. So, oh, look at there, I lied. It doesn't take much of this stuff to get them to back off of your trees. So as I was saying, as I go around spraying all my different trees, it's a mulberry row here. It doesn't really make any money, especially when you consider, like, I probably spend $300 a month on supplies to make these videos. Now, if I really want to break that down, those supplies, they're used for the homestead more than they are for the videos, but there's some Japanese beetles. There's definitely some concerns when it comes to, you know, maybe I'm making or trying something that I wouldn't normally try just because I want to create some content. And that's fine. I mean, it's kind of like everybody's got their hobby, right? You know, some people spend all their money on four-wheelers or sports or concert tickets and things. And for me, it's kind of got a Japanese beetle in there. Ooh, all right, one word of caution. Face full of that. When the wind's blowing, when the wind is blowing into you, you want to make sure you're not on the downwind side, because this stuff can be a little bit of a skin irritant. If you're sensitive to chemicals, maybe you should wear some gloves and a long sleeve shirt, but for me, it's fine. So this is my beautiful, one of my favorite trees in the whole property, my contorted mulberry. You can see that there's some clusters of Japanese beetles on it already. So I'll just give this a quick little spray down. But like I was saying, the effects of having a YouTube channel can have some unexpected benefits. So I hope you guys don't mind. I'm kind of rambling here, but I'm giving you a couple things in one video. We're doing a Japanese video, just some of my thoughts, and at the same time, kind of an unofficial orchard tour. This is the last of my mulberry trees. I know I have these written down. That's why it's an unofficial tour. When I do the real tour of this, we're gonna have the names of everything. I'll just kind of tell you what type of tree they are. That's all I can really do right now. All right, now we're going down to the cherries. But like I was saying, kind of one of the unofficial things about having a YouTube channel is you get to be a little bit of a fortune teller. And I say that kind of humorously. Look at all those jackasses up there. Hey, it already started to skeletonize this sucker. But how you can be a fortune teller on YouTube is you can look at your views on YouTube to kind of predict what's coming in your homestead or your garden. And how I'm telling you this is I have several different videos online, and they usually stay dormant all year. One of which is this Japanese beetle video. Now, I know that I live in zone 7A, and the Japanese beetles are very seasonal. So for those of them, people in like 7B, 8A, 8B, those people started seeing Japanese beetles earlier than me, and my views started picking up like crazy. And that's really cool. So I was able to utilize this as an instrument to, oh man, Japanese beetles are loving this guy. I'm using it as an instrument to predict, oh yeah, they're starting to skeletonize this plant real quick. Using it as an instrument to predict and prepare for what's coming. Now, the only caveat to this, wow, they are all over this guy. Make sure you stay downwind, Brian. The caveat to this is I have to have a video made of it. If I didn't have the video, I'd have no data, I'd have no frame of reference, and I wouldn't really be able to get very far with this. Oh, they're already starting. This is a pluot. It was a Home Depot pluot. I doubt this thing's ever gonna fruit. But unlike last year, I'm not gonna let it get skeletonized by these guys, and we'll give it the best opportunity to be healthy. All right. This is one of my apricots. They don't seem, oh yeah, never mind there, I'm a liar. I'm like, they don't like the apricots. They didn't really touch this one last year. Now, I know all the haters out there, they're gonna tell me not to do this during the daytime because it's gonna affect the bees. I'm not gonna spray anything that has flowers. So I apologize to any bees who maybe land on one of these branches to take a rest. I'm not seeing a single Japanese beetle on this, and I'm not seeing any sign of a Japanese beetle on this. It's weird how even similar species do not have the same reaction. All right, I'm not gonna go over to the, actually, you guys can see all my dead persimmons. I don't know why. Persimmons just don't wanna make it here. I haven't completely given up on them, but this one is my only native persimmon tree. And there are Japanese beetles on it. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to protect the giant native ones, but I'm hopeful that they'll have enough leaves to survive. All right, kind of getting off subject here, but let me get back to it. But yeah, so I can use this to predict the future. This is a peach tree. I see very little Japanese beetle presence, but I do see some. And I think that once I start spraying these other trees, they're gonna get desperate and start coming everywhere. So, but one of the main things that I've used to predict the future is the Japanese beetles. But also I start noticing further north from us, people start having their black walnuts drop, and then my black walnut video will start getting a ton of views. Look at that cluster of them right there, those bastards. And they get their revenge on me when they stay downwind. And this does work for all pests, so just so you know, I plan on using this for my corn in a few weeks to prevent the worms from getting on them. Here's a nice little pleury. I missed these guys. Wow, look at all those Japanese beetles. They destroyed my pleuries last year. Well, I only had one. They took it down to the bones. There's nothing left. I'll show you how beautiful that pleury is today. But yeah, so the people up north, the black walnut videos, I start seeing when black walnut season's about to begin. and I can predict it. When I start seeing videos from my flowering fruit trees, I'm like, okay, the fruit tree flowering season's about to begin, and I start looking if I need to protect my fruit trees. Start looking at some of my tomato videos and corn planting videos, and you get an idea when that, you can kind of see the region that they're coming from, and you know, hey, you know what, I might only have a couple weeks for that. So that's a huge kind of unexpected benefit. Oh yeah, that back there was a cherry. Here's some more cherries over here, and you can see they're getting hit. And this really light mist, I swear, pretty much lasts the whole Japanese beetle season. I know I put in my video last time that I only had to do this twice. Oh, look at that little worm. It's like a silkworm or something weird. That's funky. I still don't want it on there. And yeah, this isn't organic, guys, but it's probably as close to organic as I'm gonna get. All right, here's some asparagus. Any of you guys ever grown asparagus from seed? I'm gonna have some female asparagus that I'm gonna have some seed from pretty soon. Here's the last of the little row of cherries. So I got my cherries growing. They seem to like to go up to the top. Whew. And last but not least, the pleury tree that just got absolutely hammered last year. You guys can see this thing has had some amazing growth. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I've already done this one a couple months ago, but it's rained several times. I really wanted this one to not get affected because this was the first one that they all jumped on last year. So if I can repel these guys from getting killed, it's to my best interest. All right, one more cherry tree. You guys can tell my trees seem to be doing pretty good aside from getting skeletonized by these bastard beetles. I hate them. All right, this is an apiarium that survived last year. My other one didn't. Actually, it died back, but I've got a shoot coming up above the root line. So this is one I definitely want to protect from those jackass beetles. And I'm down to like the last little bit of this bottle, which is perfect because this is the last of the front yard orchard that I'm going to be doing today. And this is a peach tree. And it needed it because there are beetles all over this thing. All right, guys, so I know I rambled a lot there. Hopefully you guys got to see the front yard fruit tree orchard. That was mainly the stone fruits and some persimmons and some mulberries. Also up front I've got pawpaws and figs, which I'm probably going to spray as well, but not today. My alarm just went off to wake up to get ready for work. I've been doing night shift, so it makes it so I can actually make a couple videos a week, which who knows if it's something I want to stick with. But I found this cool hat at the co-op. It says grow vegetables, don't elect them, from Anderson County Co-op. So I thought that was a really funny one. I'm not really political on this channel, but I think we all know we got a vegetable problem. So stick with the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll get back with you on some new things coming up. I actually harvested some potatoes yesterday for the first time, so I need to do a video on that. I half-heartedly did a Florida weave on my tomatoes because they're starting to not look too good, so we'll see how my work progresses there. But stick with us, the garden's looking real good, and we'll catch you on the next video.